LaTeX. It is way better than Word, but how do we use it? Here I'll show you some basics of LaTeX. And first we will go to overleaf.com and create an account there, because LaTeX on Overleaf is very nice. It has all the things pre-installed for us, all the software, and you can share it up to 4 people with you and they can all work on the project at the same time, like a Google Docs document. However, it's not in Google Docs, it is in LaTeX. So if you go to overleaf.com, just go to register, and if you register your account there, go to login, create a new blank project. On the left there will be a big green button where you can create a new blank project, and if you do that you'll be greeted with this. This is the Overleaf IDE, and on the left we have the LaTeX code, and on the right we have the PDF file, the compiled version of the code. We see 2 very important commands on the left. We have the begin document and the end document. Everything typed in between these commands will show up on the document on the right, and everything that is not typed in between these things will not show up. We also have the use package command, and this is the same thing, similar to Java and Python, with import, where we import libraries, and here we just use packages, and these packages just have functions that help us enhance our LaTeX experience. So here we have the introduction, and we want to type a lot of words, of course, so let's type a lot of words like this. There we go, a lot of words. If we compile this, on the right side, boom, there we have words. Beautiful. Now if we want to type more words, let's have a new section in our text. We will get this indent over here. If you do not like this, what you can do is you can type no indent in front of the rule that has the starting over there, which removes the indent. Or what you can also do is you can create a new line, which is done with \\/ or \new line, where the former is usually used. And if you do that, the result will be exactly the same without the white space, of course. Good. Something else that we want to do is use a picture. So let's first upload a picture. On the top left here we have an upload button, and we can just drag something over there. I have the Cognac logo, so let's do that. Majestic, beautifully. And what we will first do is use a package that allows us to import this file, and the package we're going to use is the graphics package. Now we're going to start an environment, and starting an environment is done with a \begin, and here we want to type figure, and this is also where Overleaf comes in handy, because it can auto-complete this environment for us if you just press tab, and there we go. We have the centering option, which will just center the picture. We have the include graphics, where we will type the name of our file and the caption, logo of Cognac, and a label which we will just call for now logo. And this label is very nice, because if I type here I have a logo, I can refer to this specific logo or this specific figure, and it will always refer to the correct number. Here it says number 1 because it's figure 1. It will refer to figure 5 if this picture is figure 5. You see that there's a problem, or most people will find this a problem, is that I've typed on the left here that my picture should be in between these 2 text sections, but on the right I see it on the bottom of the page. This is because LaTeX decides where the picture would be the best, and usually this is on the top of your page, but if this is already filled up with another picture, then actually it will fill it up on the bottom of the page. If you want to counteract this, just after the begin figure environment, just type 2 square brackets and type H and T behind them. And voila. We also change the size of our Cognac logo with 2 square brackets behind include graphics, and if we type their width, let's say 3 centimeters, we will get a picture of 3 centimeters. We can also use the option of text width, and we will see that even if our picture is too big, it will not show up in between the text, and we'll just put it on the next page. We can also do this relatively, so let's say we want to have 50% of our text width, then we obtain 50% of our text width. Something else that we can do is using tables, starting a new environment called tabular, and we auto-complete it and LaTeX fills it up like this. And here we can, in the second curly brackets behind tabular, we can define how many columns we want, and with our text alignment per column. C is for centering the text in the column, L is for left alignment of the text, and R is for right alignment of the text. So if we type this is a very neat, this is wrong, excuse me, table, like that, then it will show up like this. This is a very neat table where the first column is center aligned, the second column is left aligned, and the third column is right aligned. And there are no borders, we can simply add them with vertical bars in between our columns. You can even do a double line, vertical line if you want to. There we go. And if we want to have any horizontal borders, we can just type H line after each row, which will put the horizontal line where you want that. Great. Two last things. One is math mode. And what is math mode in LaTeX? That is started with a $sign and ended with a $sign. And here we can just type anything that is of mathematical notation, and usually also mathematical commands. And everything that is text in there will be typed in italics. As we can see here, math mode, f of x, x times y, and we use the c dot operation, not this asterisk, because that is just wrong. Let's put this on the next page, so we can just type new page here. So it will put it on the next page for more clarity for us right now. We can also do a equation in the middle of the page, done like this, starting with a backslash square bracket and ending with a backslash close square bracket. And here, this is already in math mode, so we can just type it like this, and it will appear in the middle of the text. Or we can use the align environment, which is also very nice. And if we type this equation, what you can do in the align environment is sort of a table without borders, because we can vertically align the equal signs like this. Let's say we want to say that these are equal. Before we can do this, we need to use a package that allows us to do that. Use package of AMS math. If we do that, we will get these vertically aligned equal signs where we can just go over the process of some algebra equation that we have done. You can also add a comment just with a % symbol, and this will not show up because this is a comment. And if we compile this, we'll see that it of course is left out. One last thing that I want to mention is, if you look at this sample, we'll see that the margins on the side of the page are pretty big, and a lot of people do not like this. And an easy workaround for this is to use the package of called geometry. There it is. We can use options in front of this with 2 square brackets, and if we type in here A4 paper with a margin of, let's say, 3 centimeters, we will obtain the following. All the text will be more spread out over the page, and everything just looks neater. This was a quick run through of basics in LaTeX. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I hope everything was clear enough for you to understand.